In fact, I am gonna slide that on myself. You know, it's funny, I'm so excited about these earrings. And just yesterday, my aunt is in from visiting from Pennsylvania, and we were talking, and she was asking about what shows I had coming up today. And I said, oh, I have Nikki Butler, and I said, I'm working with our buyers and bringing, you know, back some of my favorite classics from the Absolute collection. And we got into this whole story about, she said, well, tell me a little bit more about Absolute. And I said, well, you know, it's everything I just mentioned earlier. It's the world's, you know, perfect, flawless diamond equivalent. We take the #1 most requested look. So anyway, case in point is she was telling me that my aunt and my mom were at an activity at the other night, and were talking to one of our friends, one of my personal friends, who had a beautiful pair of real diamond oval earrings in. And they just both, my mom and my aunt, said, oh my goodness, you know, tell me about those. And anyway, she ended up telling her a little bit about, she wears them all the time, and what she loved most about them. This is so funny that I have these. In fact, I called the house before I came on the air, and I said, you gotta tell Aunt Jean, make sure she's watching, because what Jen, my girlfriend, was saying was, I get more compliments on these, and I love them because I never take them off. And the key is that they're inside outside. So the diamonds go on the outside, and they also are all set on the inside. Well, guess what? We have the same thing for you here in the look of flawless diamonds, even a little bit larger than the ones that I'm talking about that my girlfriend has. And they're flawless, and they're believable. They're a full carat diamond equivalent. So you have about a ½ carat in a diamond hoop in each, as you're looking at here on Victoria, in each one of your ears. So it's not over the top. They're round, brilliant stones. They're flawless in the way that they're set. You're choosing your gold in the vermeil or your silver. And here's the best part. They were $79.95. We are offering them at $59.95. Free shipping. Again, everything in Absolute on hsn.com, and in my show with you this afternoon, free shipping, which I love, so you can really build your wardrobe, and 3 flex pays. So Aunt Jean, if you're watching, Mom, these are the ones that I told you. In fact, I put these on. I mean, you will live in these earrings. And that's the best part about a hoop. Universally, the #1 most popular selling earring shape worldwide. Whether it's in gemstones, whether it's in just plain gold, whether it's in, you know, a diamond look, but it's not often. And the best thing about it that you find inside outside, most of the time it's just gonna be on the outside, or even sometimes they do it all the way around into the back. But unless you're wearing your hair up or you have short hair, you're not seeing the sparkle in the back. But with these, you get to appreciate the look of gorgeous, brilliant, fiery diamonds from the side, from the front, from any angle that you're seeing it. These are 1 1/4 inches in length. They're 7/8 of an inch in the diameter. And first time, specially priced, they appraised at $127. And again, feel free. You can shower with these, you can sleep with these. How about traveling? You know, you're traveling, you don't wanna bring 5 pair of earrings. You just want 1 pair of gorgeous earrings that you can wear when you're as casual as you could possibly want. You could wear with your bathing suit when you're going to the beach or the pool. You can wear when you're going out to a fancy dinner. You can wear when you're going sightseeing. You're gonna be, you know, walking miles. You want just 1 pair of earrings that are gonna fit the bill. You got them right here. You don't need to change out of these, so that's something else I always like to mention. So 509-607, those go-to earrings that are very best value today.